Today you're at Sprinter Van City in Fort Pierce, Florida. My name's Eric, and we're introducing this new product that I manufactured to repair your Sprinter from 2002 to 2006 with the rusty roof problem and the water dripping in. I've created this part to make it very simple for anybody to install this, even a caveman. And I do want you to know that this is made in America too. So let's get right down to it and let's look at the problem. As you can see with this existing panel we cut out of a Sprinter, this is probably something what your truck looks like on the inside. If it doesn't look like it on the inside, go on top of the roof and get another look at it on the outside. Because sometimes the rust occurs outside first and then comes inside. So you can do this panel repair a couple different ways. Depends on your skill level and what kind of tools you have. But as you can see by the amount of rust on this panel, it's going to take some cutting to remove the cancerous rust so it doesn't keep growing. So let's get started on cutting some pieces out of this to show you how it works. You can see over here, here's the amount of tools that you're going to need to do this job. It's a caulking gun, rubber gloves, screws comes with the kit, some battery charged tools, a drill, a Phillips head screw gun here, and a chop saw like this thing, and possibly one of these pneumatic air saws. And don't forget your face shield, you got to have that. Get the face shield on, put your hat on, don't get your hair on fire. So we're going to use this die cutter first to show you how you can remove the rust. That's one way you can do it. And this is the other way you can do it. There you go. Now, the key thing to remember is when you're doing this, don't cut these indentations back where they come into the roof, because you're going to need that. This fits around those boss areas right here. We're going to flip the panel over. We're going to show you how it gets installed. This is the top of the roof now, which your van probably looks like or does not look like, but it will look like that sooner or later if you don't tend to the problem and cure it right away. You can see all this rust on here. If you're going to do the short version, you could grind all this down and coat it with some Rust Lock product that you can get at Home Depot, or automotive stores have this product that basically encapsulates the rust and stops it. So we're just going to do it this way to give you a short tutorial of how to fix it. So here's the panel, and you can see now these ridges here. That's what you don't want to disturb unless you absolutely have to. If you got rust there, then you're going to have to deal with that after you do the repair or before the repair, whichever way you want to do it. This one, however, doesn't have that problem. So what we're going to do is, this is a peel and stick part. So we're going to peel and stick it. This also is a sealer. And usually you want to have two people help you do this. And once this sits out in the sun, it will bake that sticky sealer tape and also help seal the roof from future leaks. Then you can go around and deal with these little pieces here with a razor blade. But right now we're going to screw it down. You can use self-tapping screws. I'm just going to speed it up a little bit. That's an 1/8 inch drill bit. It's nice to pre-drill the holes because it makes it a lot faster than trying to rely on these self-tappers sometimes to get seated. You can run a drill, you can run this screwdriver right through your fingers when it slips. I wouldn't want to go home with all my fingers. Make the wife upset. Okay, as you see, that was pretty fast to get the initial part bonded to the roof. Now we're going to come in and clean this up a little bit with a razor blade, and then for safety factors we're going to run a bead of some UV urethane. And you want to make sure you use UV because it'll hold up with the sun on top of the roof. Okay, as you can see, it's got some excess tape on here, and you can trim as needed to make it look any way you want it to look. The most important thing is make sure that you leave enough on here, especially around in these areas here. And you can just basically trim it off. You don't have to get too anal with it, because the only person who's going to see it is a space shuttle up in the air watching you wherever you're going with the GPS. You can see it's pretty sticky already, and it hasn't even been in the sun. So you can do as you want. If you just want to cut it like that and put it down, you can do that too. It's really up to you how you really want it to look up there. Some people are real anal, some people just want it sealed up. But you can just go in there and of course, before you put the panel on, you want to make sure the panel is really good and clean of any debris, dirt, any oxidation, so you get a really good bond. When this stuff gets heated up, you won't have any problems leakage again. And there are different size panels for the roof. Depends if you have a low top or a high top. This particular truck was a low top, and the higher tops are a little bit narrower because the roof tilts upward. So you can see how that looks now. It's good and bonded down there. So to finish it up, you're going to need a caulking gun with some UV urethane. You can use 5200, you can use that too, but you definitely want something with a UV protection in it. You definitely want to wear rubber gloves because, well, that stuff makes a mess and it don't come off that easy. So you put your handy dandy rubbers on. Practice safe body work with fresh rubbers. And of course, we've been running this on a Timex watch, and we've only been at this about 20 minutes. So you can see how fast the repair work actually takes. So now that you've got all that done, you can put some sealant on it. And once again, depends on the level of what you want to look at. But make sure you definitely put some on the screw holes and coat them. You take a little Bondo spreader, whatever you got, and use your fingers and the spreader to get a nice uniform filling there. You can never have enough caulking. So don't be bashful when you put it on. Make sure you get plenty on there to do the job right. You don't want your customer to come back at you and scream at you because his roof is still leaking. And you can coat this with, if you want to finish the job up and put some bed liner on the whole roof and respray the whole roof, it just adds to the bottom line when you get to charge somebody to do this job. Once again, make sure you get those screws really coated really good so they don't ever have a problem with leaking or rusting, even though they're galvanized. Okay. See what the end result is. And so far it's taken us about no more than 30 minutes to do the quick version. The other version is when you cut the seam out and put the rust lock on that rusted area, let it sit overnight, then go ahead and put this panel on as you see we just did. You can also go inside and do any type of finish up work underneath depending on the severity of the problem and how much your customer wants it to look beautiful on the inside. But it's a high profit margin repair. You can get up to about $2,000 for doing this and painting the roof, which will take you about 2 days to do. It means a lot of profit to the shop. And keep in mind, once again, made by Americans in America, which we do love America a lot, so I hope. We have some more products coming for the 02 to 06 trucks, so keep looking at our website on the internet and keep close tabs on what we're doing. We're coming up with a panel to repair the rust around the front windshield, which everybody knows if you have one of those, they're rusting around the front and you can no longer get the panel. So we will be having those come to market real soon, and we're producing that along with some other stuff that you'll enjoy putting on your truck and make it look a little bit more trendy. So catch us next time on an update at Sprinter Van City for your easy, convenient repair jobs.